So, recently, Coca Cola, internal whistleblower at Coca Cola, has revealed some uh, employee training material to its employees uh, to quote unquote try to be less white, according to the whistleblower. Uh, this is diverse training material from the Coca Cola higher ups. In other words, uh, according to Newsweek here and Fox Business, if you happen to look at the article over there, uh, and they actually couldn't be more right. It's basically, you can read right here, it's anti white rhetoric. That's pretty much what it is. There's no other way to describe that. You're literally telling your employees to be less white. That's where we are at this stage in America. Teach your employees to be less white so that you can fall in line with the woke mob. That's how you don't get canceled, and that's how you keep your business these days. You try to appease the woke mob. You give them exactly what they want. That's exactly what Coca Cola, among other businesses, are doing. Uh, according to according to research, of course not listed. Uh, research shows this also, before I read this quote right here. This happens to be uh, how do you say, like a theme with the left side of the aisle. They always say something like research has shown or sources say, but it's always anonymous. It's never uh, credible, they never give you a source or a credible source. Half the time they don't say anything other than what the supposed research states. They just say something. There's a good chance there's no actual research. I think anybody that's smart enough to understand that would realize that, but that seems to be the trend. They always say according to sources, anonymous sources or research, blah 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 blah, some woke liberal something crazy, just like this. So according to research, right here, research shows uh, that by age 3 to 4, children understand that it is better to be white. That is one of the most ridiculous things I have ever heard. What child would ever think something like this? This is just like when they say children, even ages 3 to 4, should be allowed to pick their own gender or be able to be transgender. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Where they get this stuff, the Lord only knows. Uh, in the US and other Western nations, white people are socialized to feel that they are inherently superior because they are white. So all of this information is on slides that is presented or filed in, whatever they do with it, as training material for their employees to be less white. This stuff trains them to be less white. So if we scroll down here, Coca-Cola spokesman confirmed that the course is, quote unquote, part of a learning plan to help build an inclusive workspace. Uh, wow. So, also noted, the video circulating on social media is from a public available LinkedIn learning series and is not a focus of our company's curriculum. Uh, and see, there's the deflection. An internal whistleblower. These are direct quotes, things in the material that they present to their employees. There is a video on LinkedIn if you get the chance to watch it. I don't think I'm going to show it here, but it basically is stating the material that Coca Cola has given to its employees on how to be less white. That is what the video shows. For any of you that watch other podcasts like Michael Knowles' show or the Ben Shapiro show, I believe that Steven Crowder also touched on this. Obviously, there aren't going to be any Democrats or, uh, liberal podcasts or networks that are going to have much to say about this because they want to appease the woke mob, obviously. But there is a video. Uh, Mostly conservative networks have reacted to this. It's new, but it's taken the conservative internet by storm because it's absolutely insane. I mean, obviously, look at this. It's a learning plan to help build a inclusive workplace. Uh, let's see. Our Better Together global learning curriculum is part of a learning plan to help build an inclusive workplace. It is comprised of a number of short, uh, each few minutes long. The training includes access to LinkedIn Learning on a variety of topics, including on diversity, equity, and inclusion. See, it's never equality, it's always equity. They don't want equality. That's not part of the plan. Joe Biden even trying to push legislation on equity, never equality. But that's always the thing nowadays is equity. They're not the same thing. Uh, but this training video, this material is absolutely nuts. Uh, See, anti-racism training has become a diverse topic in America. Especially, we all remember the George Floyd thing. I don't know how you could not remember it, but that's played a big part in this. Since then, and the riots, big companies, uh, sources in the media, always pushing how to be more woke, less racist. Uh, the George Floyd killing definitely kicked those efforts into overdrive to address, the systemic racism that America is suffering from, which anybody with a head on their shoulders knows is absolute BS. America is not systemically racist. If America is more racist now than it was in the 60s, 70s, I would love to be shown how that happened. There's nothing in America, there's no law that is racist by nature. Our country is not systemically racist. Our country is one of the greatest, most equal countries in the world. Probably the most in the world. Why do you think people want to come here so badly? If America was so bad as the left constantly states it is, we're so systemically racist and oppressive, why would so many people try to come here? Why would people like Biden be so concerned with opening our borders to let these people in? There wouldn't be an issue like the crisis at the border if that was not complete bullshit. Everybody wants to be here. Everybody, with the exception of Islamic terrorists, want to be Americans. This article is absolutely insane. It's insane. Uh, the woke mob, political correctness, all it is insanity. The more you feed into it, the more you listen to it, the worse it gets. The fact that they would actually make training content, videos, documents for their employees, Coca Cola, to be less white. That to me is more racist than most things I've seen. It's basically anti-white rhetoric, which is a direct quote in here. Here it is, right here. Anti-white rhetoric. That is exactly what this is. Okay? That's what this is. This is racism. Trying to teach people to be less white. It's sad. It's really sad. but that's what we've come to.